Hey y'all. So before I started doing past life regressions, but I was getting into my past lives, and I had been to New Orleans and I got a ton of confirmation there. Right. I started expanding my visual gifts. Okay. And one of the first visions I got was regarding one of my past lives. Okay. And I did make a video on this on my original platform, which got banned. And so I'm revisiting it. I am gonna share more about it. There is more that I also uncovered revisiting it. So I got a vision of a dog-faced human, but I don't mean in the traditional sense like you see Saint Christopher or Anubis. Okay, this was very much wolf head, okay, like big mane, all right, full body, very large, and it was wearing armor. He was also standing between two large pillars, okay, in the vision. Now, when you receive visions, okay, and if you have experience with that, especially if they're new to you, sometimes you can like startle yourself out of receiving mode. Basically, you're like, what the hell is that, right? So I start researching, right, this wolf faced dog human thing. And I found actually a picture that almost exactly resembles the vision that I got. I found it on Wikipedia. I'm going to share it with you, but it was not listed under the correct description, which is why, one of the reasons why Wikipedia is not considered a solid source. Okay. Everything that I come across is easily Googled. Now, in this vision that I received, the description is a little different than the research that I pulled up. The research, because their confirmation is a thing called ascenocephaly. Okay, it was actually a fierce warrior tribe, right? But they were described as dark in color. The one I saw was like silver and white, which is why it reminded me of like a husky or a wolf. Okay. So these fierce warriors lived about 170 to 200 years. Okay. There are actually several explorers, okay, which also documented their existence. Okay, and they were known to be in India, North Africa, in India, specifically in the mountains to the river Indus. Okay, they were written about by Greek geographers and philosophers, even a physician in the 5th century, 350 to 290 BC. They were known to communicate through telepathy and barking. They did not speak to humans, but they could understand them. And they would trade with humans, but they were very choosy about who they traded with. They would prefer death in battle than to succumb to other cultures. Okay, so there are reliable accounts by Marco Polo and Ibn Battuta. They ranked in the numbers of like 100,000. Okay, and they did have amber. They made purple dye, and they were known to present this to the king. Okay. They lived within, like I said, mountains, but also caves within the earth. They had a primitive form of religion. Okay, so they worshipped like oxen, and they wore amulets of gold and silver. Much about them has been confirmed through oral tradition. St. Christopher himself was known to be a savage, ferocious soldier captured in battle. There is a Buddhist missionary, Hu Sheng, okay, who documented or reports of an island of them, which has later been identified as Japan. Okay, even in the tales of King Arthur, there was a skirmish in the mountains of Edinburgh, hundreds dying by Knight Bedivere. So Knight Bedivere killed hundreds of them in that battle. Marco Polo, okay, described them as mastiff like, and they grew spices, he said, also for trade. Okay, legendary or historically, however you want to look at it, the same people, Greek physician Ctesias, okay, wrote about them as well as unicorns, satyrs, and giants. There was also a battle which between them and the Argonauts, okay, which took place in modern Serbia or South Hungary. This is known as the battle that wiped them out. Now I'm going to share the photo that I got, okay? The vision that I received was much more full. It was forward facing, okay? And like I said, the head looked much like a wolf or a husky. It was silver and white, which I believe implies some sort of like medicine man for the tribe. Now, I don't know why I'm revisiting this or why this is relevant for the collective, but hopefully it resonates or confirms some experiences or visions, maybe even that others in the collective are having. I do past life regression and hypnosis. So if you are getting some other kind of specific visions or something that you believe are related to past life experiences, we can totally do a session.